are now tuned into FNL Radio.
Keep making noise! Keep making noise! Yeah!
Get ready for Real Talk Radio with DJ Doc.
3, 2, 1, go! It's a Friday night in the basement. Friday night. It's Friday.
You ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
All right, people, we are back right now, everybody. This is part 2 to FNL Radio, August 15, 2014. People, it's your boy Doc, and got Monique on the line as well.
Hello, people.
And we are back. Like I said, we have a turned up show tonight, people, that we had to do 2 parts again, like we did last week. We're doing the same exact thing this week, people. So Monique forgot to give y'all a tidbit too on we got some more stuff. We got some more information about some interviews and stuff that happened on air and stuff like that. But it's going to be real interesting, people, with this TV rundown we got talking about tonight. But right now, before we get to the TV rundown, we do have some TV news for you all, though. And shout out to Tanitra for finally getting the job. We got to give her clap bravo, and to pray Jehovah Kanye for her getting some jobs and stuff like that, so she don't have to keep using her royalty checks from One Destiny's Child album. So that's good for you, Tanitra, because you can't babysit Blue Ivy all the time. So, maybe you trying to throw out here in these streets to be first lady in church and stuff like that.
She definitely said that she wanted to be a first lady, and what these women were serving and giving on this special that we saw.
Anything is possible.
I don't know if that's what you want to model yourself after, honey.
Exactly, but so moving on, people, to our TV news for the week now. BET trying to make me into a believer, because y'all know how I feel about BET. I don't really like to watch certain shows on BET. I saw BET showing episodes of Behind the Music this week of Tony Braxton and Aaliyah and TLC, and y'all know how I feel about BET and their low budget quality on their show. It's like a low quality antenna channel or something like that. The audio be all low, the image be all dingy, even in HD be all dingy and stuff like that, like you in the basement watching TV with the lights off and stuff like that, like the contrast all turned down low on your TV dial and stuff like that. But I'm trying to be a believer about BET, guys, fit in with the people and stuff like that, because BET has 3 new original unscripted series that's going to be happening real soon, people, and it's some good ass shows that's actually going to be happening on BET. So I'm actually going to have to watch BET, because I know I only watch it for the BET Awards, and I try to still watch the game, even though in my heart I feel like the end is very near, even though it should have been very near a long time ago. But I still support it, and y'all know I don't watch 106 Park like that unless someone's really interested on there. But BET has these 3 new shows that's coming on, people. Now, the first one, we talked about this whole thottish behavior a long time ago, but Nelly is getting a reality show, because y'all know right now he's on that show, what's that damn show called? Real Husbands of Hollywood. So basically, it's a docu-series. It was an untitled. Right now it's titled The Untitled Nelly Project. Tentatively, why they come up with a title for the show. And it's a docu-series following Nelly as he navigates his busy career as a hip-hop icon 10 years ago, successful entrepreneur, loving father, and to his biological children. They just had to throw that in the press release, of biological children. Y'all some shady-ass people, press writers. But anyways, and his deceased sister's children, all while nurturing a blossoming friendship with Miss Jackson, the ex-girlfriend of a world-famous boxer, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now, y'all don't have to call it a blossoming friendship. Y'all know what it is. But anyways, so that's what his show is going to be about. I'm going to go down some other stuff that's going to be in the show too. So, known as an iconic multi-platinum recording artist and one of the most notable figures in modern pop culture, Nelly has been dominating the business world with his fashion line Apple Bottoms, and as co-owner of the NBA Charlotte Bobcats. Despite his soaring career, Nelly's crowning achievement is being a devoted father, friend, and mentor. This unprecedented series will grant viewers an all-access pass to Nelly's unique life in 8 thrilling 1-hour episodes. So he getting a whole 1 damn hour, people. So how do we feel about this show right here, about Nelly's show and Miss Jackson being on it?
Well, we see now that's what all the turn-up was, and that's what all the hype was about him and his quote-unquote blossoming friendship with Miss Jackson. It was all for TV, all for the storyline. So I really hope that they will focus more on him being a father and to his children as well as his sister's children. Not sure what the whole like you said, music thing is going to take off and what that's going to do for him. But I would hope that it will focus more on, just kind of pretty much him being a businessman versus this whole relationship with Miss Jackson. So we shall see, people. And then also, the Untitled Keisha Cole project is also in the works as well. We were first introduced to Keisha Cole in The Way It Is. Her life was complicated with family strife, hard-won musical success, and rocky romantic relationships. Eventually, Keisha found her would-be happy ending with husband and NBA star Dale Gibson and Family First. However, just as Keisha settled into her role of wife and mother, she soon realized that blood makes you relatives, but loyalty makes you family. So the Untitled Keisha Cole project is a docu-series that reveals her continued struggles with real-life issues that face all of us, including her career, complications, marital strife, motherhood challenges, and jealousy from siblings. So I guess as crazy as jealousy as Nessie is going to be up here. Apparently this docu-series is laced with humor and drama and a healthy dose of love. The series will document Keisha's painful setbacks and personal victories, and she continues to defy her critics. The series will consist of 6 30-minute episodes. So she's going to get about 30 minutes, and like I just reported, they do have 6, episodes that's going to be in that season. And it sounds like I believe that they will show Frankie is going to be in this. I think they have made up. So we will wait and see on this, but it sounds like it's going to be interesting. And then also they have an untitled project called the Untitled Man Project. This is internationally famous. This is David. This docu-series is actually about David and Tamala Mann. Their famous star roles on stage and screen. Tamala Mann, she's played in Diary of a Black Woman, Mother Your Family Reunion, and Sparkle. And then David Mann, who is, known for his character as Mr. Brown, Tyler Perry's Mr. Brown. But then it goes together as well. They have become a household name for their starring turn in Lisa Brown's The Untitled Man Project will take a peek behind their celebrity on-screen personas, exclusive events, and famous friends to the down-home lives of the real David and Tamala Mann. They each have 8 30-minute episodes, and then, viewers will get a taste of their careful balancing act among being celebrities, entrepreneurs, and parents to 4 adult children, all while maintaining their 26-year marriage. So they've been married for a very long time. So I think this is going to be very positive. I don't think they're going to do a whole lot of cutting up and turning up and acting a fool. So, I think this will be something that's really good for BET.
Yeah. Now, here's my whole thing about the Keisha Cole show, because y'all know how I feel about Keisha Coleslaw. I'm starting to lean back into liking Keisha now to where I'm not going to call her Keisha Coleslaw, because she, she making bank right now. She got them Steve Madden shoes that's selling real good and stuff. She's on her little tour right now. She's getting a divorce. She finally speaking up about stuff now. She's not as ratchet as she used to be, but she can still be ratchet. And her new little video for where she allegedly talking about eating carpet and stuff like that, is a nice little song, even though she claims it's not that, but we know what that song is about. But anyways, she only gets 6 damn episodes, while the thoughtless behaviors of Nelly get a whole 1 hour, 8 episodes. And Keisha See, Keisha keep getting the short end of the stick because she still didn't even get paid from that last show she did with her husband from the producers. Yeah, she going right back to BET. Keisha, you should win the VH1. Hey, that's where the money's at. If you look at the whole list of VH1 shows right now, that's where the coin in the bank is at. So that's where you should have won at Keisha Coleslaw. But I'm not here to give you business.
Well, I'm pretty sure she went with, who shopping deals to her. So, I guess BET thought it was easier to just, hey, have her back, let her tell some more her business.
you know it's bad if TV won and it's not even sending you a deal. Now, that's bad. If Bounce TV not even sending you a deal, that's how you know it's bad in these streets. But, so that's good for you, Keisha. Get your job. You got a child to support, so, take any check you can. Because your album's not going to... Hopefully it will sell nicely, but you know how it is with your career in the last 2 albums. That's all I'm going to say about that. But and then the Man Show, it's going to be a nice show too, very wholesome and stuff like that. So y'all know there's going to be 3 shows that we'll be adding to our list of TV rundown episodes that we got to talk about every week. People, it's going to be...
And the Man Show, it just looks like just a really wholesome family, show. So you can watch it with your parents, and they'll have to squint your eyes and close your eyes and cringe every time they open their mouth and speak. Because not gonna be anything like Love and Hip Hop. So
yes, because trust me, I cringe when my mom wanted to ask me about certain people on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and New York, and I'm like, Mom, you're in the AARP membership age range right now, and you should not be asking me about certain people on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta or Love and Hip Hop New York, or even asking me, listen to this show, asking me about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. So there's a show for you that's coming on BET, and it's called The Man. So or watch Sunday's Best. So now it's that time, people, for our TV rundown of the week, everybody. Now, you know how we do every week. We got to go down the list of shows that we watch every week. And being that we have a lot of time on this episode right now to talk about these shows, we definitely going to be going about these shows right now. So let's not even waste any time. Sisterhood of Hip Hop. Now, Monique had to remind me that this damn show was even on because I forgot it even premiered. Now, this is a show that T.I. executive produces where it talks about 5 hip-hop female artists from all different walks of life who trying to navigate their life through the world of hip-hop and the male-dominated industry and trying to get their name out there. Some people we've heard from before. So I don't even know everybody that's on the show, but let's first talk about that.
I do. I know everyone who's on the show, and I'm going to give you guys a, pretty much a synopsis of each female MC.
Thank you.
So first we have Ciara. She is a openly gay MC. And the crazy part about her, she really believes that Tank is her male ticket into the game. And I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to check out the episode, but basically, they show clips of her calling him several different times, and either he just sends her straight to voicemail or he just doesn't answer the phone. Let me tell you something, Ciara, honey. Tank is too busy promoting You're My Star, which is, his new single. Tom Joyner and Steve Harvey, they are wearing that track out. So he is too busy promoting that. He has a new album coming out, and it's titled Stronger. So it's available at Target people. So he don't have time for Ciara right now. And then she just moved her girlfriend out. She's been dating her girlfriend for 2 years, Renee. She just moved her from California to New York. And Miss Renee, she's up to chain, honey. She does a whole lot of attention-seeking type of stuff. So, she acts like the patients in my nursing home. So she just do a whole lot of stuff for attention. She want to be seen. She want to be recognized. Mm-hmm. So that's what's going on with Miss Ciara. Then we have Rihanna Perry. Apparently her uncle is G12, whoever that is. Mm-hmm. And she's always been signed to the Playboy Music Group. She is a senior at the University of Miami, and she's majoring in business. She recently signed to Atlantic Records. Her mother, Kiki, is her manager, and you know, with Kiki, she's giving me those songs in Nowood, you know, that's Brady's mama. And then he's all kind of mixed in, roll into one. So we're gonna keep on watching Miss Perry and see how this goes for her. And then Diamond, y'all know her. She's been a part of the cast as well. She says that she's been in the rap game for about 10 years. She says that she started rapping at the age of 15, and she was in a group called the Crime Mob. And so, you know, Diamond is known for dating Lil Scrappy from Love and Hip Hop ATL. She states that he was abusive and he broke. He was abusive and he was broke all at the same damn time. And so she states when they were dating, Mama D stayed in their business and tried to steal her shoes, her jewelry, her clothes, and her bag. And then, you know, the big thing was she left Scrappy for Soulja Boy. And then Lil Jon is her mentor on the show. Bia, she's on Pharrell's label. She's another female MC. She's on Pharrell's label. And then Sam is her manager. She was raised by her grandparents. She doesn't have to have much going on with that accent, so forgive me. But she was raised by her grandparents and her little sister Trini. I think her name is Trinity, but they call her Trini. She's her inspiration. Her storyline, like I said, is a little mediocre right now, so nothing is really popping off right now with her storyline. And then Naima Supreme, she's from Jamaica, Queens, New York. That's where she hails from. They showed a clip of several ratchet-ass no-budget videos that she's done. And she is currently signed to Timbaland's label. So there you have it, people. Those are all the 5 MCs that are on Sisterhood of Hip Hop. And so we just gonna keep on watching every Tuesday and trying to dish these feeds on this show.
Yes, people. Now let me give my rundown real quick of these people. Now that young man Saya. Now, Saya. Let's keep.
You know what? I say that too.
Let's keep it all the way honest. Tank can't even manage to navigate his career to know if he wants to be a group, you know, in a group with 2 R&B 90s rejects, or be the backup singer to Jamie Foxx on 2 albums, may I add, and promoting his own solo stuff or be a singer-songwriter at the same damn time. So how you gonna manage you as a young man in this male-dominated industry trying to be like Justin Bieber of hip-hop? And I mean, I just don't understand, young man. Like, sir, you can it's supposed to be.
Why do you have to keep referring to this girl as young man and sir? I can't with you. Yes, she's been like a straight boy, but you know what?
But at the same time, it's like, you know, you gotta have realistic goals, and I need people to be realistic about this stuff because, you know, you gotta get a check. You gotta make a living nowadays. When you hit a certain age and you living on your own and stuff, and you're not in mommy and daddy's house no more, you gotta really know how to get a real check. So realistically, in the industry, the music industry, the only thing you're going to be good for is some mixtapes and underground stuff. But mainstream wise, you're lucky you got this show, so you'll get a little buzz from off the show. But you're not going to hit no major, mainstream type of success or nothing like that. You know, the only carpet munchers that can make that kind of success is Missy Elliott, Eve, allegedly from back in the day, when she was in the club in Philly, around the corner from Delaware Avenue by the diner. Y'all know how she used to strip at that club and eat carpet and stuff like that. But her, Trina, allegedly. So, you know, that's the only way you can get it if you carpet munching and you wear makeup. But if you look like a young sir, no, you can't. No, it just will not work. So, that's my thought. You know what? I'm not gonna co-sign on any of that. Sorry, I'm not gonna call you sir. I'm not gonna call you young man. Because we really don't know if these girls can truly speak yet. If they have what it takes. Because really, we haven't. The first episode, really didn't see them actually spitting any lyrics or do any of that. Not even a little freestyle. We didn't see any of that. So I guess we will see that maybe in the next episode and definitely as the show progresses. Yes. You know, what's her name? Naima? Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't see it for you, honey. That's just my personal opinion. Just like Reggie don't see it for Saya. I think she got far more of a chance than this child Naima. And it looks like Naima and Saya, they're trying to become friends. I think Saya, I think they knew of each other. And the last part of the episode, they went to like they went to some type of place where they, have nothing but MCs, and they kind of battled each other back and forth and things like that. So, Saya's girlfriend, Renee, she was not here for that. She was very upset. Saya and Naima, they were talking, and they were pretty much just kind of talking about, about the game and stuff like that, and about the MCs and stuff that they were looking at. And, Miss Renee, honey, she was once again attention seeking. I'm ready to go home. I don't want to be here. And so, Saya is thinking, she's talking about their home, and she's talking about going back to California. So, again, like I said, we really haven't heard these girls spit anything yet. They didn't even do a freestyle. So we don't know what they're bringing to the table. But I'm saying, Naima, honey, I don't see it for you. That's just my personal opinion. But on yesterday, those Scrappy and Mama D, they were on my first brother's show, Richard Snavely, his show. So I believe the Scrappy, I believe he was actually in the studio, and they called Mama D on the phone. But they asked Scrappy how did he find out that Diamond was smashing Soulja Boy, and basically Scrappy stated that he stated like everybody else. I found out on Twitter. Then he went on to say that he actually got the phone call from his boys who stated basically, hey, do you know where your girl is? And he stated, yeah, I think she get her hair done. He stated, I wasn't always checking her like that, and he just, he said he was never, wanted to be like, okay, where you at? I gotta know where you at. 35 seconds. So he said his boy was like, no, she at Soulja Boy house. Me and my boy was just over there, and she was over there. So Deidre, which is Mama D, she actually ended up calling in, or either they call her. So basically, they were just kind of upset about the things that, Diamond did say on Sisterhood of Hip Hop when it aired. So they stated, so Mama D said basically Diamond is thirsty, and she is lying, and if her career needs to jumpstart, she should have called Mama D. She said that she could have used her defibrillator to put some life into Diamond's career. She also stated, man beware, she is nothing but a pillow in someone's bed. Scrappy stated that she really needs to be doing ads for Massengill. We all know what Massengill is.
Yes.
And so, he just basically stated that it has been 4 years, since they have been together, and he really was a part, and she was bringing up all this stuff. He said, him and Mama D both said that it was all to make herself relevant. Then this is where it got hilarious. So Mama D was like, if she wanted to talk about anybody, she should have talked about her own parents and talked about how her daddy cheated on her mother, and he was caught with his mistress. And then I believe you start talking, you go order. They was like, whoa, Bubba T, whoa, you can't say that. They actually had to cut her off, and they had to go to a commercial break. So that's the cheap purpose of airing these people's business out there like that.
Damn.
Because why did she talk about her own damn parents? She wanted to talk about it. She wanted to talk about somebody's mama. So, basically, that was Sisterhood Hip Hop, the one down for you. And then, Mama D and Scrappy's response to, what they saw. Because I'm assuming that they were seeing it for the first time, the things that she said, like everybody else was. So they were none too happy.
Not at all, people. So, this is definitely going to be a show that we will be watching every week to get y'all familiar with people. It's a real good show. That Bria girl, she need to get some proactive for her face. She need to, ask Pharrell to hook her up with a deal or something, because I just wanted to pop that black hair on her face through my TV screen, because HD is the truth, people. you know, y'all thought the devil was a lie. No, HD is the truth, because I was just looking at that bump like, damn, can I just pop it or something? Because I just want to get the ooze of whatever you need to get out of there. Get her some toothpaste put on her face. Get her some, not Neutrogena, whatever she needs to get on her face. You know, it's like she don't wash her face or nothing. Like, she just let the dirt clog build up on her face. So, you know.
You know what? You should not say that about people.
But that's what this show is about. Real talk. It is what it is.
Real talk radio, people. Real talk radio.
So, other TV rundown of the week, people. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, we saw this week where basically Mimi is out of the now stage. She's still kind of sort of in the now stage, but now she's starting to finally understand what we've been talking about all season long. You know, even though it's a nice script that Mona Scott concocted together and stuff like that, you know, she, you know, go to Nikita, and Nikita exposes that he is indeed married and stuff like that, and that, you know, in public they're together, but behind something stupid that sounds like a big ass business deal that I've been saying for the past 2 years on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But anyways, so Mimi, she's out there, you know, and she actually tells her ex-girlfriend Ariane and Erica that there is more than one tape, and that because it wasn't enough footage in the initial sex tape they had, that they did have to get the other part of the video professionally made, because apparently you gotta have more than 10 minutes of footage to be considered a sex tape or something stupid like that. So Mimi old ass did that, and then she met up with Nikita's ex-boyfriend / roommate, and he basically, what's his name, Johnny? So Johnny up there chewing his gum and stuff like that, smacking with lip gloss popping, talking about, yeah, he said he got more tapes and stuff like that, and he don't believe that the tapes were stolen out of his bag and everything like that. So that's basically what happened there. And what else happened on the show? Carly Red, she got her track from Young Jock, and she put Young Drone up there instead. You know, trade out one flop for the other. It's like trading a used car for another used car. But so basically, Carly got this song called Heartbreaker, and she put Young Drone on it now.
And Carly Ray, let me say this to you, and I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me good. What are we gonna do with you? You need to sit down somewhere. First of all, you know you ain't bought no song from nobody with what money. And Kamina and Rashida are the last two people on the face of this earth that you need to be taking advice from about your career. You need to get some real management and some real legal representation. So I want you to take heed to what I just said. Stop talking to Rashida and stop talking to Kamina about what you should do. Get some real management and some real legal representation. But you know, even that way you ain't buying no song because you don't have no money.
Exactly. And
so I do have to tell you, I did think it was hilarious when she was outside that video set, and she told him, "I will leave you in your career right outside you in the trap."
Yeah.
You did say that will all go down right. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. So that's what happened there. And then what else other happened too on the show? Oh yeah, so then what's the face?
Stevie J and Jocelyn, they ended up in California and hanging out with Snoop Dogg at the compound, and he does some type of podcast show, and I guess he interviews them. And then Stevie J, you are a nasty motherfucker. You are a dirty motherfucker.
Yes.
He confessed to Snoop Dogg that he did actually smash Hosea, and he did it at Benzino's house.
Yes.
Now,
so he had that ghetto love first. He hit it first. Benzino, no neck chicken nugget. So he ain't your real nigga like you thought he was. But
the police is gonna be forever dead.
Yeah.
But you just dirty somebody. He did it right in that man's house.
Yes. Oh, nasty. And Tammy finally came back to the show this week. You know, we forgot Tammy was even on the show. She came back, her and Waka trying to have kids and stuff like that now that they're married. And they went to a fertility clinic and stuff like that. He's saying his soldiers marching, but so we're gonna see what happens when he do his thing in the cup next week on the show. So Love Hip Hop. So next week, people, Monday is actually the season finale, and then it's time for the turn up reunions. So and then go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it is. So we will definitely be watching the season finale. It seems like you guys have been on years. We've been watching the same season for the past 2 years.
Exactly.
So I'm just gonna say this moment again. I'm nobody special, but if they come back for a 4th season, please do not do 30 episodes.
No.
Give us a good 6 or 7, and then get on to the reunion show.
Yeah, we want to see if this was favoritism treatment, or we're going to see if New York get the same treatment too, being that we had Peter Guns and Tyra. What's her name? I forgot her name already.
The Butterfly.
Yeah, Care Bear. So we want to see how when they turn up, are you going to get on 28 episodes too? This season. But and then real quick, the Braxton Family Values returned yesterday. It aired on WeTV as well as SWV Reunited. I did not get to see either one of those shows, and I was trying to catch them tonight, and I have not been able to do that. So did you get a chance to check those out? I watched Braxton Family Value Reunion. Braxton Family Values, and basically that show was still continuing all the stuff from last season. How we know Tawanda and Tamar got these issues, and Tamar the spoiled baby of the group and stuff like that, and her and Tawanda always getting in an argument about something. But Tawanda showed out her feelings at the table at a classy ass restaurant in New York City, because they were all in New York City for Tamar's birthday.
Also, they did show. Is this the one where she threw those glasses and was carrying on?
Yes.
That breakdown?
Yes. Was spit on her face.
See, they kept showing, when they kept showing the previews, you know how sometimes they show it just to get you to watch it, and then you look for that particular episode, and it's not the 3, 4, 5 episodes. That was actually the season premiere.
Yes.
Okay. And then I did see the preview for the episode that comes on next Thursday, and Tracy, that's my favorite. That's my favorite Braxton. She told him, I will be pressing charges against you.
Yes.
So I'm not sure what was going on, but she told her, don't worry about it, I will be pressing charges.
Yeah, and Tawanda has been having issues for the longest time. I really believe it's something truly underneath wrong with Tawanda. Oh, and shout out to Gabe and Trina. They back together too, so it looks like their little marriage is still happening, even though we thought they keep getting divorced every season. But Tawanda's been having issues since she was on Ayana's show back in the day, talking about she needed help. And this was back in like 2000 or something like that, when this show used to come on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Channel 2, or when it was WB33. She been having issues since then. So if you're on Ayana's show called Starting Over, and you've been having therapeutic issues back in the day, all this stuff coming to a fort now, you really got some true deep issues that you need to see a therapist about. And I don't think Dr. Sherry can be the only therapist you need to be talking to. I only need to fix your life. I'm just saying.
What kind of help does she need?
I don't know, but something clearly wrong with her. And Tony, I noticed too, Tony is an instigator, because Tony asked who's a Tamartian, and then Tawanda said Tamartians are rude people on Twitter, or mean people on Twitter, or something like that. And Tony, you know damn well who Tamartian is, because Tamartian are the name of Tamar's fans. So for you to even ask that question, you're instigating, and then you slowly creep out the moonwalk out this conversation like you wasn't even present at the thing, and now you start this whole fight and this whole drama, because you know how back in the day we talked about this on the show too, how Tamar fans told Tawanda kids that they hope her kids get raped by someone and hit by a bus or something like that, and then how Tawanda called out Vince for having tax money problems and all of that. So that's where that fight came back up again. So I can't keep up with y'all So.
Yeah, it seems like y'all doing the most. Yeah, I'm gonna. Like I said, I've been looking. And you know, because it's so new, it's probably not on demand just yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I have I have been looking tonight, trying to just go across the menu to see when it was coming on. But I don't know when it's going to come on, so I may have to just catch it next Thursday if I'm not able to catch it before then. Did you see SWV Reunited? I did make a promise to you guys that I was not going to be watching that show.
I did watch it because I know I got to keep up with SWV. You know, I'm a 90s kid, so I always like to catch up with them, even though Coco attitude sometimes could be a little off the ripper. She seems a little more humble this year, but she just more ratchet, if you will. She's very more outspoken, very real, like the New York girl that she is. So, you know, I appreciate it in a sense, but, you know, they shaded the hell out of they quote-unquote manager Corey, and they just let them have it. And Taj and Lily are turning up this season for real. So it's definitely going to be a good show and a good season this time around as well. But also, too, R&B Divas R&B Divas LA came out this week, too. Miss Chalet, baby girl, you and your nasally voice, I love it because you sound like someone I just have fun around. But you got some deep-rooted issues, too, and you got some depression stuff in your heart. You know, you talking about it's something in your heart. No, it's depression in your heart because you feel like people don't love you and stuff like that. And you got kids by, first off, you got Beats by Dre Money, you know, and you got a Baby by Suge Knight. So, what's not the love? Like, what's all the hate for?
That's what I say. If it ain't love, I don't know what is.
Exactly. And Suge didn't hit you. I know Dr. Dre did, but Suge ain't hit you. So, you should, you good. You Gucci. But she feel like people don't love. Yeah, but she feel like people don't love her. She was performing at Martin Luther King event out in Crenshaw, and she said that you know, when she was performing, her mic wasn't working and all of that, so she was really upset about that. And she was babbling and stuff backstage, and Lil Mo was like she needs some help and stuff like that. And she was so, you know, Miss Chalet is just going through some stuff. Lil Mo, the queen of shade as always. They was in the studio with Warren Campbell trying to record this Puerto Rico song, and here you have Lil Mo say, you know, only one of us got a song on the radio. She was talking about Chrisette Michele. Then here comes Shantae Moore, I know right, raising her hand like, I got a song on the radio too. So Lil Mo gonna ask,
number 17.
Yeah. And Lil Mo's like, I want to check those charts. You know, we check stay chart top 40 over here, not Urban AC. So I was like, here we go.
Yeah, the episode was not very good. This week it was funny.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a lot of shade somewhere, but it wasn't that good. But you know, again, not Lil Mo, listen, we definitely gonna put you on the outside and we gonna leave you there, baby girl, because as Reggie said, you definitely something is definitely in your heart.
Yeah.
So you need to be hooked on some antidepressants.
Yes, and don't stop self-medicating. But so moving on to something.
You need to go to a real psychiatrist and let them write you a prescription.
Yes. But so moving on to something more serious, people, while we have like 5 more minutes left on the show. So, you know, a lot of stuff been going on in the news, because that's a lot of things too. We give you music and entertainment news, and we turn up and we act funny and stuff like that. But we also had to use some serious stuff that's happening in these streets right now too. So this is the new segment in the show where we talk about real stuff that happened in the news, and we call it "It's Real in These Streets News." So right now, everything that's been going on around the Mike Brown situation from Ferguson, Missouri, people like that. So you know, the looting and everything like that, the protests, you know, a lot of stuff been going on before, you know, this young guy who was on his way to college, and now it seems like police are fabricating stories trying to say that he was stealing cigars and something like that from a convenience store before he got arrested. Before he got shot and stuff like that. So it's a lot of this, that, and the other being thrown around the pot around this whole situation. And then also you have this whole thing where now they just released the name of the officer who did indeed shoot him. You know, it wasn't the officer that was named last week, but that wasn't the officer. You know, so it was now the officer has been named people, and it's just crazy how, you know, a promising life just get cut short for, you know, someone that who was unarmed. And basically now, you know, we let this whole thing, we kind of let it slide with the whole Trayvon Martin thing, and then the whole thing in New York not too long ago in Staten Island, with the father who was unarmed and basically putting a legal chokehold. And you know, we kind of let that, we kind of, you know, let it slide, not let it slide like that, but just let it slide to the point where, okay, you know, we know this is what goes on in this community. But now with this whole situation, it brought a whole different situation. So you got people nationwide protesting. You know, there was protests in Philly, in Times Square last night, which was real huge, and you know, of course, in St. Louis and things like that. So a lot of the world.
Yeah, and DC as well. I think I saw something today where Howard University students held a big protest and rally as well. But definitely, people, please keep the family lifted up in prayer. Attorney Benjamin Crump, you know, who also represented Trayvon Martin's family, he has been hired to represent Mike Brown's mother and father. So we're definitely, you know, hoping and praying for the best. And we just hope that, you know, these are the times where definitely, you know, during the upcoming November election, you have to get out and vote, because this is where you're voting for your local elected officials. So, you know, if you want definitely the laws to change in your community and things like that. Apparently, I think also now I hear, you know, there's just been so many different versions and accounts of what happened, but they also stated that someone taped you know, the shooting. So now they are trying to ban being able to tape a police officer, you know, when he's arresting, making a civil arrest and things like that. This is the time where you have to get out and truly vote. Not just the presidential election is important, but when we have these elections now that are coming up in November, this is where, you know, you vote for your elected officials. You know, people that actually make the laws, you know, in your communities and things like that. So it's very important. Definitely. That if they ban that law, then, you know, things like this continue to go on and we don't have anything to stand on. But I also hear the young lady that was walking with him, she has been a key witness. You know, her story has not wavered. She's given a great account of what happened. You know, and this is no you know, disrespect whatever to Rachel Jontel whatsoever. But, you know, it's not like a Rachel Jontel situation. She's, you know, definitely able to kind of to give a good account of what happened, what she witnessed. They were together, you know, when everything happened. It's a sad situation, but you definitely have to rock the vote. You definitely have to get out there and vote in November, because this is where, you know, things kind of happen and we can see things in our community changing. But I didn't mean to cut across you. But what were you going to say?
Oh no, so I was just, you know, basically just piggybacking off what you just said. You know, we just gotta, you know, really get out there in these streets, and you know, when it comes time for, you know, election in November, we really, and even in, you know, whatever election happen, you know, vote, people, you know, take a stand in your community, because this is the only way we can, you know, overcome some of these things, or, you know, change some of these laws and rules and things like that. So definitely got to get out there, people, and, you know, make your voice be heard. You know, I was in that Black Student Union in college, and y'all know how we was out there, black folk must vote and all of this stuff. So y'all, you know, it's real. So you definitely got to go out there, people, and vote and do what you got to do. But
and I also think our shopping is down in Missouri with the family, you know, as well. Yeah. So, you know, we definitely want justice for Mike Brown, you know, and Trayvon Martin. Yes. Excuse me, and the young man from New York as well. Definitely, there has to, a change has to come about. This cannot continue to happen. And something else I was going to say, and I forgot just that quick. But definitely all this. And he was set to start college on Monday. This past Monday, he was set to start, college. And like you said, innocent life, a promising life, and a promising future has been taken away all over some foolishness. But like you said today, they have released the name of the officer that gunned him down.
Yes. So definitely people, take our word. Y'all like y'all said, we help y'all out every weekend when y'all be going out and turning it up and stuff. Take this word of advice from us two people. But we out of time already, but we gotta definitely thank you all for turning up with us this Friday night, people, for 2-part episodes. It's Saturday now morning, but damn it, we turned up tonight, everybody. So thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Thank you all for always, rocking with us, people. So don't bust people over the head with bottles. Stay out of jail. Stay out of trouble. And y'all have a good weekend, everyone.